Is it coming?
I don't know, is it?
There it is.
Ask and you found it.
There it is.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single guy that tells me I will never measure up. But am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me who I am again. I need to know. You say I am loved, but I don't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I feel so weak. You say I am held, but I feel I'm falling short. You say I am yours. Should I believe what you say of me? The only thing that matters now is everything I think of me. Inside I find my worth. Inside I find my destiny. And I say I am loved, and I can feel the things. I say I am strong, and I'm not that weak. I say I am held when I'm falling short. I say I belong. I say I am yours, and I believe. Yes, I believe what I think of me. Taking all I have, I lay it at your feet. In you I find my worth. In you I find my destiny. And I say I'm loved, and I can feel the things. I say I am held when I feel so weak. I say I'm strong when I'm falling short. I say I am whole, and I believe what I think of me. I believe what I think of me. I believe. I believe.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right. So let me announce. And we're so excited that she is here to join us and bless us with her beautiful, beautiful presence, both inside and out. We all love Wendie Kause. Let's give it up.
Sure, my boots are all funny.
my tie-dye shoes at home. It was too cold.
Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted this out.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Never have enough of those. Oh. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You can't help but smile when you see all this crazy color, right? My husband knows his wife inside and out. I'm so excited. So I've been saving these just for today. I got it for Christmas, and it's so neat.
Your colors don't match.
It doesn't matter. I get to paint my world any way I want to, right?
Yes.
We all get to, right? And I forgot. Carmen, remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Does that not go perfect? It's just so warm in here. It just is so perfect for this little. So happy, so happy. But I'm too hot to touch. So, gosh, I am excited to be here. And the watercolor class was so flippin' fun. I cannot wait for Wednesday. It's bright brellas and it's bright colors like what I'm wearing today. We've got some good sign-ups. Last minute Lewiston, I'm sure we're going to fill the class or get close again. And I get to have so much fun painting, sharing my passion with everybody that comes. It's just great. So if you have any questions on that, you don't belong to Facebook or whatever, after the service today, just ask me and I can tell you all about it, or sign you up if you're interested, for those that have not signed up yet.
Do we still have to sign up again?
Yes, ma'am. Otherwise, I won't know who to prepare for.
Sign me up.
Okay. You got it. It is going to be so much fun. I just like spending the time with people and sharing my passion, and it's just the most incredible thing to do. So today, I think it's interesting, the different talks that we had was so much on love, self-acceptance, and just that like that internal journey of embracing who we are. And today, my topic, because it's January, is on renewal and embracing every moment. You don't have to raise your hand, but I bet you, like so many others, January comes along and you decide to set yourself a New Year's resolution. And maybe most of us are mature enough to know better than to do that, finally. But I mean, think back to how old were you when you finally went, screw that, because it pushes you into a tension that is kind of unnecessary. And inevitably, we let go of it. Usually by the end of January. I remember in my youth, I would, joining a health club. At the age of 40, I said never again. But prior to that, it seemed like every single year I would join a health club. And then by the end of January, either I had quit or the majority of everybody else had quit. And I always found that to be an interesting thing that we do to ourselves, that we say, okay, on Monday, we're going to start a diet, we're going to start walking, we're going to start writing, we're going to start doing whatever. Next week, I'm going to start, the first of next month, the first of the year. We always seem to say to ourselves, there's things that we want to accomplish, whatever they may be. It could be walking, exercising, picking up a new hobby, being nicer to our husbands, opening up and being more loving to our family and friends. Whatever that thing may be, we have a tendency, human beings, to put a start date on it. Not now, not in this moment. Like you get that thought, I think I'm going to call my sister, my brother, my mother, whatever. And you're like, okay, I'll do it in the morning. You don't do it in the moment. Does anybody else have that same tendency? I know I definitely do. So what really struck me with that is that when you put that off, that is disassociation with the moment. that this is the only moment that we have right now, right here, right now. Whether it be something as simple as I'm going to get up and put the clothes in the clothes dryer, next commercial. Whether it be, it doesn't have to be life-altering decisions. It could be just something as simple as that. I don't know about you, but I've done that where I'm going to go put the laundry in or do whatever on the next commercial. And then the next commercial comes, and then the next commercial comes. Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, Sunday's gone, and you still have wet clothes in the washer. I mean, we've all done it. And why is it, how is it that we end up doing this to ourselves that can sometimes last for years? Y'all know about my walk on the Camino. That was a 20-year making from the time that I thought of it to the time that I did it. And do you know that everything that held me back from doing that was money, work, family. I was smoking. I just felt like there was no way to be able to do this in that moment because there was just too much going on. In 20 years, when I decided to do it, I had my own business. I didn't have any money. I was heavier than I was 20 years before that. I still smoked. And I had my own business. There's no way you can take a month off when you own your own business. But that something changed in my head, if not now, when? I don't even know specifically what that oomph was that changed it. And I don't know that anybody can, maybe if you got a psychology college degree, PhD, you might be able to define it. But in truth, day-to-day people, we do have a trouble going, God, I was going to start walking today, and I didn't. I was going to go do this today, but I didn't, whatever that may be. So I did some research, even beyond just my normal yada yada feelings about a thing. And Buddha, I love the guy. Gotta love that guy, right? He came up with a couple of anecdotes that was very helpful for me to understand. Even more so when I was a business coach, there were so many people who had a dream, starting a business, starting school so they could get a promotion, whatever that, asking for a promotion, asking for a raise. And they always had all these reasons. And I'm a bit of a hard ass, and I'd be like, get your finger out your butt and get moving now. And it was just Wendie's way of just being rough. And it worked. I mean, a lot of my clients were very successful and it was great. But I really like the way Buddha put it together. And he put it together in a story called The Parable of a Poison Arrow. So a guy got hit by a poison arrow. And the doctors and the police and everything came by, what's going on? And they were going to get that poison arrow out of him and treat him. And the guy says, wait a minute, don't do anything until I know. I'm going to read this because I'll forget those things. I want to know who shot the arrow. What kind of arrow was used? What wood was the shaft made from? And what kind of feathers was on that arrow? And the doctor was going, well, wait a minute. If we take the time to figure all those details out, you're going to be dead. So what difference does it make what the arrow was made out of? How often do we say, wait a minute, I can't do this, that, or the other until I know absolutely everything that's involved for the destination? And in the meantime, sometimes it's just a weekend wasted, a week, a month, years, maybe a lifetime. I find that to be a motivator for so much, whatever that may be. I think that after my trip on the Camino, and I dropped that ego, dropped that worry, dropped that fear of what tomorrow may bring, I don't need to know what the arrow's made out of anymore. It used to be my everything. I had to know what everything was before I took a step forward. And I've got to bless Buddha for that wonderful parable that really sucked it in for me, going, wait, man, we wait for something, information, so many of my clients, a lot of them wanted to be coached like I was. And they had paid money to go to training. They were paying me for motivation and organization to help them to move forward. And there were multiples that I worked with that they got it in their head that they had to have some sort of a college or certification or something. When I do this, then I can do that. My mother lived a lifetime. When I lose weight, then I'll do this. When I do that, then I'll do this. And unfortunately, she passed away with so many things that she dreamt of doing, not doing. But Buddha kind of put it into another category of understanding what makes us procrastinate, hold back from what it is that we want to be doing. Notice I don't use the word should. Don't let anybody, me, yourself, anybody should on you.
Don't shit on yourself.
There you go. And we do a lot of shooting down ourselves, don't we? So he put it into, once again, number 3s, in the laziness categories. And they're all legit and they're all okay. One is the laziness of sloth. Just waiting to hang out, sleep in, waiting for the next commercial. You know, that Sunday that you don't do anything. Or Saturday or whatever day if you're retired. And the laziness of busyness. This is what I did. How many times have you had to make a phone call, do a thing, and you end up dusting, vacuuming, cleaning the garage, changing the oil, doing a million other busy things to not have to do the thing that really needs to be done. I caught myself doing that this week. I don't know about y'all, but since COVID especially, I have an issue with making phone calls. Who would have thought? I mean, I'd rather get in my car, drive over to somebody's house than to actually pick up the phone and make a call. What is that? It's like this weird anxiety. I'll text all day. I'll message and text. I'll even make videos and post them. But to actually pick up that damn phone call was weird. So I was given a lead to the Royal Plaza that they were looking for an activity. And I was the perfect person to present for watercolor classes for the tenants there. And I said, I'm going to call on Monday. I got the damn information on like Thursday the week before, but I put it in my head, I'll call on Monday. I don't know what it was. Monday came around. My goodness, I was too busy putting the watercolor painting class together. And before I knew it, it was after 5. I was going to call after 5.
Why not? There's always somebody there.
Yeah, it's the thing. That's that busyness thing that kicks off into the brain. Tuesday came along. I was busy doing something. I was so busy doing something I can't even think of what it was. But I was too busy to make that damn phone call. I don't know why. And so Wednesday came along, which was the busy day because that was the day of the watercolor class, and I wanted to make sure everything was pulled together because I'm a little anal retentive. Just a little Ann. She knows. But I said to myself, what the heck? And I was rereading, kind of referring to my notes from today for my talk today. I went, oh God, I'm doing it. So I picked up the phone and I called her. And I got a meeting. And I don't know the answer if I'm going to be able to have that opportunity or not yet. She's taken the proposal to the board and doing all that blah, blah, blah. But once I made that phone call, it was like the greatest sneeze ever. Have you ever had that? Yeah. So satisfying, right? And I was like, okay, so for almost 5 days, that was in the back of my brain causing me just kind of that little discomfort and everything. Once I finally picked up the damn phone, it was such a wonderful relief, and the lady was so nice, and it was, I really don't know the reason that there's that anxiety to making phone calls. I just know that a lot of people, ever since COVID especially, experience that. So that laziness of busyness, I think, is probably the most popular. You do a little bit of everything first. And then the most heartbreaking one is the laziness of self-discouragement. I'm not good enough. Why would they want to talk to me? Why should I do this because I'm just going to screw it up? I know that if I start walking on Monday, I'm going to just stop. I know that, whatever it is, I'm not going to be able to afford it. I don't have the smarts for it. That's a huge one. When I was a coach for 10 years especially, it was just devastating in my soul to see so many people that their reasons for not doing a thing, whatever that thing was because they didn't think they could do it. They didn't think that there was enough in this wonderful world for them to accomplish what they wanted to do. And of course, me and my way of thinking, even if you fail, even if that lady never called me back, I still got that phone call done. Even if you fail, it's okay, because that release, that once you start doing whatever that thing is, it feels so damn good. And if you fall off the wagon, then you start it the next day. Because every single moment is brand new. Mondays, New Year's, the morning doesn't bring on the new moment. The new moment is, wait a minute, right now. You've heard me say that. Wait, now it's new. Oh, it's new again. Wait, we're in a new moment right now. So we don't have to wait. So much easier said than done. Buddha even said something about procrastination, and I even mentioned it earlier on in the talk, and that was about procrastinating to the point of death. You get to the end and you're like, I woulda, shoulda, coulda. And that's the one thing that I know in my heart and my soul after watching my dad, bless his heart, and he's been retired for a while, and the man does nothing. He has been my greatest teacher in activity. He does nothing. I mean, literally his excitement is walking from his recliner to the mailbox. That just breaks my heart. And my mom was very much that way too. She was more of the busy procrastinator. There were so many things she wanted to do, and then she up and died at 59. That freaking sucks. Buddha talks a lot about not regretting your life, and that we are all here knowing that a big part of our life is the suffering. And there's no denying it. Anybody here, can they raise their hand that they never suffered in this life? I mean, suffering is part of the experience on planet. I mean, it just is part of who we are. The negativity with regards to that for me is that Hindu or Buddhism talks a great deal about preparing for death. And that's all well and good, but I don't believe that should be the proponent to get you going. I mean, guilt and shame and all that. We got Catholicism for that. We don't need that on a regular basis. And in your reading, you talked about just allowing that day off, that moment of quiet. Sometimes the Netflix and relaxing and eating bonbons and popcorn, and you don't feel like cooking, so you're kind of digging through the refrigerator and the cupboards looking for those little snacks that'll sustain you, that takes the least effort because you need to get back to the show because it was so awesome. Those are perfect days. They're perfect if you choose them. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It is okay to lay like broccoli and do nothing. It is perfectly okay. I don't know how you could possibly regret a lazy day. Only if you so choose. The regret comes when there's something else that you wish you were doing. So all that worrying about regret when you die or da-da-da-da, that's true. But man, sometimes just getting out of bed is the best that you can do, or the choice that you make. So this isn't about rah, 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 let's get moving, let's get moving, let's get moving. It's about understanding the choices that we can make and deny ourselves. Does that make a little bit of sense? Okay, good. So I want to just make that very clear. No guilt. You do what you want to do, okay? Now, let's say you're having that Sunday that you really want to get your butt up and go for a walk, that you really want to turn off the damn TV and get the housework done, or turn off the TV and do whatever hobby, but it just sucked you in, you know, you just got to see what's next. There are a couple of tricks that can help you to get that action going, that can break you out of that moment of, I'm stuck. You just can't talk yourself into doing it. And one of my favorite ones is Mel Robinson. Anybody hear of her? Okay, she's got a thing called the 5-second rule. And like, again, let's say you need to make that phone call, or you need to get your butt off the chair, put your shoes on and go for a walk. And she calls it the 5-second rule. And she doesn't go 5, 4, 3, or she doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's just normal. So you get the idea. I'm going to go put my shoes on and go for a walk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It breaks the chemicals in your brain. It kind of snaps them going the wrong way. And it's kind of like, have you ever jumped off the edge of a diving board or the high jump? You know, it's like 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. And you can't make yourself go. But because it's your brain, your lizard brain, saving you from a perceived threat.
Your what brain?
Your lizard brain, your primal brain. It's saving you. It's doing a thing to protect you. Our brains don't know the difference between jumping off a cliff onto rocks or jumping off a high jump into soft water. Your brain just really doesn't know that fear difference. It can't tell if it's lion, tigers, or bears, or the stuffed animals on your bed. Whatever it is that brings your anxiety, your brain interiorly doesn't know. It's really weird. I suggest you give it a shot, because it's kind of amazing how well it works. And you don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do it backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you just push. You get up, and it's amazing how well that works. It's just a little silly trick. Now, is that going to change your life? No, but it might get your laundry done. Okay, so there's trick number 1, but the one that always worked the best for me with working with my clients, and we're talking making the sales call, starting a business, making that phone call to a friend or a family, or starting school, or whatever it is that they wanted to do, and that was gaining clarity. To me, this is the most long-term solution to breaking through that procrastination. Not the guilt of fearing you're going to die without doing what you needed to do, but the knowledge of understanding why you're doing whatever it is you want to do. So I want to go walking. Okay, that's pretty clear. Walking, you're going to move your little Lamborghinis down the road and off you go. But why do I want to walk? Clarity is the action. What will it bring me if I go for a walk? I might see some nature. I might get some fresh air, get the cobwebs blown off, as my mom would say. Just go outside, get the cobwebs blown off. It might make you feel better. For me, I know that if I don't walk at least a mile 3 or 4 times a week, that it's like all my joints stove up. I mean, my fingers, my shoulders, everything. But just a simple walk of a mile or more just kind of lubes everything up. They say 10 minutes of exercise is all you need. And you can walk a mile in 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. It doesn't matter. Just the fact that for me, it helps. I can sleep better. My joints feel better. So I'm getting clarity. I'm not just going out for a walk because I said I was going to go out for a walk. There's a huge amount of benefits for doing this. If you want to start a new hobby, what's the benefit of starting a new hobby? Well, you'll have gifts to give to other people, things to share with other folks. Maybe if you get good enough, like what I'm doing with the art classes, you really get to share and teach others to enjoy what you're enjoying. There's always more than I just need to walk. I just need to join the club, start the school, what have you. Gaining step-by-step clarity on what it is that you want to achieve is so important. How am I going to feel? What will it bring me? What will it bring others? Why do I even desire to do the walking? And if you need to journal it, journal it. But having absolute clarity of the desired outcome or the experience helps you to anchor that reason to get up and get moving, to stop the procrastination, to not wait till Monday or Wednesday. I mean, you're going to wake up one day and go, oh, that's so much better. It's Monday. You're still going to feel the same way. You don't have to. Gain your clarity. And then the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5-second rule is a really powerful, powerful opportunity to just break away from those things that are holding you back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's just amazing. The second to last thing I want to say is that clarity, that the discomfort that you're feeling, that discomfort for me picking up the phone, the discomfort of right now getting dressed when I'm all in my warm cozies and I got to get dressed and go out and walk in that cold, that's an impermanent experience, because that discomfort of getting dressed will be replaced very shortly with the beauty of taking that walk. You're going to warm up, you're going to feel good, you smell all the smells that are in the air. When I got off the phone, the lady was nice. It was a wonderful experience. Everything is impermanent. Nothing lasts forever. Absolutely, not a single thing. And even if it takes millions of years, like mountains and stuff, nothing is permanent. So if the thing that's holding you back is the discomforture, know that it's going to change. Granted, it may even be more uncomfortable, but it'll change. When my mom was passing away, and day in and day out, I was just having really, really bad days. And you know that for sure. I mean, there was days I could hardly breathe. The pain was so much, just knowing that I only had a few more days or weeks with her. And I called this, when I was working, I called this customer, and I just couldn't not cry. And it was Potlatch Corporation out of Spokane. I mean, it was not somebody you dump on. And she knew that there was something going on in me. I was like, hello, you know? And I told her what was going on, and she shared that when her family member was dying, the only thing that got her through was knowing that tomorrow she's going to feel different. She might even feel worse. But the pain that I was experiencing in that second would be different tomorrow. Because the thing is in that moment, I couldn't stand feeling what I was feeling. And that hit me. Tomorrow, it could be worse. It could be better. I could be laughing. I could be crying. But what I'm experiencing in this exact moment will not stay forever, even if it feels like it will. That fear that holds us back, the anxiety, that's another thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to change. It's so powerful. Even the joy is not going to be permanent, which means embracing that moment of joy. You know, don't let it just slip away. Just really pay attention to it. So finally, I just want y'all to understand this is not about guilt. This is not about rah-rah, get moving today. This is about doing exactly what you desire to do in the moment, not later. Because we only are guaranteed this very moment. Embrace the suck of the unknown, of the uncertainty, of the little bit of fear, and really wrap your head around the opportunity to move forward and experience something different, because it's going to be different every single solitary day. And leave the guilt at the door and move forward exactly how you desire in this very moment. And bless yourself and love yourself for that. Okay? I love you all. Thank you so much for letting me talk today.